Welcome to this training, and I am a representative of Two Income, and my name is James Toby Samuel. So we are talking about advanced chart pattern borrowed from Elliott Wave trading or theory. So I'll be talking about two things today. The first thing I'll be talking about is diagonals. Diagonals in Elliott Waves are pattern. Diagonals in Elliott Wave, they are patterns, and I'll tell you what these diagonals do. So you can, if you want to jot, you can jot. I did show you a book I could wrote with my, or is it right? Anyway, correct my English for me. With my mentor, okay, is on Elliott Wave. Okay, so I'll talk about the first one, which is diagonals, and I'll be, just try to do some little writing on the chart also. So let's look at it. The first one we have is diagonals. Okay, so under diagonals we have two types of diagonals, and I will tell you the functions and I will tell you how to identify them. They are, and I also link it up with the normal chart pattern. These diagonals are called, am I correct with this spelling? Diagonals are called leading diagonal or ending diagonal. We have the leading diagonal, and then we also have the ending diagonal. Just from the word leading, it means that one is leading a trend. Basically, what chart pattern does is to either tell you that a trend is about to start, that's this diagonals, or a trend is about to end. Okay, that's what these patterns that we're talking about talks about. So when we now say we have diagonals, we have the first one to be leading diagonal and end diagonal, and then after that we go to correction, and I'll make sure I talk about all of these things in today's class. Okay, so let's quickly look at the first one, leading diagonal. Leading diagonal can be bullish and can be bearish. Okay, it can be bullish, leading diagonal. I'll just write leading D, and then I have ending diagonal. Okay, so the leading diagonal can either be bullish leading diagonal or bearish leading diagonal. So if you are seeing it on a support, we all know where support is. Let's say this is a support. Okay, it's going to be the one that will begin a new trade, meaning it's going to be facing up. I'm going to draw it for you. I'll give you the rules, which it is. Okay, it tells you when you see the beginning of a trend, or you see on a support, you see a diagonal, it means that a new trend is about to happen. And I saw it on one of the trades today. I didn't enter the trade. I sent the analysis to you, to the platform. I entered immediately. I sent the analysis to the platform. But no, of course, I did not say that people should enter. So if you know how to analyze very well, you will know when to enter or not. Now let's look at it. Here, these diagonals can be what we call 3-3-3-3-3 patterns, or 5-3-5-3-5 patterns. I will explain. Like I said, they are advanced, so it is only for those that are ready to learn this. Some people will look at it today and say, no, my own brain cannot carry this one, then they will stop. But if you really want to understand the technicality of forex trading or analysis, not forex trading itself, of analysis very well, and you want your winning rate in terms of analysis, accuracy and analysis to come up, just like the way I have, this is the secret. This is the secret, like I said earlier. Okay, so the first characteristics of diagonals generally, let me shift this down, let me take it up. Diagonals generally can be, I'm trying to do this writing so that you guys will be able to have it, can be 3-3-3-3-3, or can also be can also be 5-3-5-5-3-5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can either be these two. It can be 3-3-3-3, which is going to be 5 patterns within that, and then it can also be 5-3-5-3-5-3. That is what it can be. So let's start with the leading diagonal on a support. Now, one of the things, the name of these diagonals, they are also called wedges in normal chart patterns. But I love to see them from diagonal perspective because they are more accurate when you see them from diagonals than seeing them from chart patterns. Okay, and I can tell you, you spot them correctly, it is always, most of the time, it's 100%. Most of the time, if you are wrong with it, it means it is your error, not you did not spot it. It was something else that is there. You don't know what you are spotting. Okay, so now this is what is going. I meant by, if you look at this 3 3 3 3, it sum also what 5 patterns, and then 5 3 5 3 5 3 sum also what 5 patterns. This is how it's going to look like from a support like this. It's going to, let me give you the 3 3 3 first. It's going to have something like this: 1 2, okay, 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. I'm going to adjust it. Yeah, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Then I have 1 2 3. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. This is how it's going to look like. Now you can see that this is already an advanced stuff. It's not it's not more, it's not play again. It's not what I'm be showing you. Support, just support here, drop this now. This is the techniques about it. This 3 3 3 3 that I just shown you, I will see 5 patterns within it, 5 movements. Let me just call it that way. 5 movements within it. Look at it. This 1 2 3, that is 1. 1 2 3, that is 2. 1 2 3, that is 3. 1 2 3, that is 4. 1 2 3, that is what? 5. Now I'm going to label the 1 2 3 so that you'll be able to see it also. At a support, this is what I'm saying. At a support, clearly, let me change this so that you'll be able to have it much more easier to spot. Like I said, is an advance. In Nigeria, I don't think those people that trade this kind of techniques in trading, they are up to 1% of every trader that we have in Nigeria. I'm telling you, because it's not popular. But this is as high winning rate. So let's look at the 3 3 3 that we have there. So the 3 3 that we have there, they are always labeled in ABC. We have A, B, C. Okay, then I will have ABC again. That is 1. A, B, B, C. That is 2. Then I will also have A, B, C. That is 3. Then I will have A, B, B, C. That is 4. Then I will have A, B, C. This is what? 5. Here, and I have 3 3 3 3 pattern, and this is what we call leading diagonal. Now, what I need to do is all the 1 2 3 5. Okay, I will link it up together, and the 2 and 4 I will link it up together, and this is how it's going to look like. Okay, now I'm still going to give you the rules behind it. I will give you the rules behind it. So it's going to be something like this. Sorry, let me just do a little adjustment of this. So I will need to drop this one so that you guys will be able to see it very well. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. This is a leading diagonal. You see it on a support. It means that a new trend is about to start. Only if you spot it wrongly, it's leading to a new trend, entirely. So when I see this, I just need to wait enough for price to give me some 1 or 2 things to go in. Now let me now give you the criteria of this. The wave 1, okay, this wave 2 will not retrace 100% of wave 1. This first ABC that you see here, you can be writing these things down so I'll be able to understand it much more better later. Okay, this wave 1 that you are seeing here, the wave 2, this is wave 2. Let me remove all the 3 3 movements within it so that you'll be able to see it much more better, because the way it's clumsy like this, you might not be able to see it. But I believe you all understand the inside wave now, the 3 3 3 waves inside it. Do you understand that? Before I continue, do you understand that? Come back. I'm busy. Please, I want to get response. There's no time for me to waste here. What we want to cover today, all I want to talk about today is in this class. If I cannot cover everything, then it is over. I'm not going to go back to it because this is not part of the arrangement of this class. I only decided to come in to explain this to you so that you can learn one or two things from it. Okay, so it's not mandated for me to do this. Okay, so like I said earlier, the 1 2 3 1 2 3 in heat, it is clear. Here now is wave 1. You don't start wave 1 from the bottom. When it's complete, you have wave 1. When it's complete, you have wave 2. When it's complete, you have wave 3. When you complete it, you have wave 4. When it's complete, you have wave 5. So when you see this, this is a clear leading diagonal. And what do we have here? From this 1, the 2, this one that is coming here is 2. Let me use something else to show you. Okay, this is 2. This movement downward is wave 2. And this wave 2 must not retrace 100% of wave 1. You can see that it does not come back to the beginning of wave 1. It does not come to the starting point of wave 1. So it must not come to the starting point of wave 1. And the second thing is that this wave 3 must be higher than wave 1. It must be longer than wave 1. Okay, wave 3 must be longer than wave 1. That's second rule. Let me say the first rule again. Wave 2, because Elliott Wave is rule based, you count the rules correctly, you are going to get in and you are going to make that trade to be a winning trade. Only when you count what you are counting wrongly, and you have to be extremely good about it to be able to get all those things rightly, understand the rules and all of that. So I said earlier that wave 2, the first rule I gave is that wave 2 must not be 100% of wave 1, which in this case you can see does not come back to this place. If it come back to this place, if it come back to this place, stop shaking my hand. If it come back to this place, that means it has come to 100% of wave 1. You can see. But from what I have, it does not come to 100% of wave 1. It can come here, it's not yet 100% of wave 1. It must not be 100% of wave 1. That is first thing. Wave 3 must be longer than wave 1. It will not be truncated. It will not be in the territory of wave 1 like this. No. It will be in the territory of wave 1. You can see. Here now is in the territory of wave 1. If you see something like this, it is not a leading diagonal. It's not diagonal at all. Okay? So, here, from what I've explained here now, it is what? More than wave 1. Wave 4 must come back to, must enter into the territory of wave 1. Look at wave 4. All of these things is just for you to understand it theoretically, but you can just see it and identify it. It's not something, all the rules are not really important, but for, of course, someone like me that teaches trading, I must know it so that I'll be able to pass it on to you very well. But if you, when I'm doing it, I use my eyes. I have already pictured it. I already know how it looks like. So you can also train your eyes to see it that way. Okay. So then, from, like I said, under this, wave 4 must come into the territory of what? Of wave 1. Wave 4, this is wave 4. It must come into the territory of wave 1. Can you see that it's coming into the territory of wave 1? Assume it was something like this. Let me show you. Assume it was something like this. Okay. That means wave 4 cannot be here. Wave 4 has to come into territory of wave 1. All this place is territory of wave 1. And wave 5 must also be more than what? Wave, maybe a little bit more than what? Wave 3. And that is the rules for you to have a diagonal. And it's going to give you like something that wants to close, like a funnel. You can see as if it wants to meet at the top. That is a diagonal. That is a diagonal. And one thing that I added to it is that the end of this must be the high of the previous level. It will be the high, from my observation as well, it's always be the high of previous level. Now, what are you expecting when you see a leading diagonal? What I said that a leading diagonal and a support will do, who can tell me what a leading diagonal and support will do? Let me get that first. Let me know if you are following me. A leading diagonal, yeah, go outside, go and meet your mommy. A leading diagonal on a support, what will it do? Beginning of a trend. What trend will it begins? Let's start from that. What trend are you expecting? That's correct. It will start a trend. And what trend are you expecting? A bullish trend. Good. A bullish trend. That means you are getting it now. A bullish trend. But after saying this, don't expect that the market will just going up now. No. We will not have a retracement back. Back like this. So wave 2, that is where you want to enter your trade and then hold it for long. Then you are saying, oh, this man is speaking 500 pips, 200 pips, 300 pips, 5,000 pips. This is how to go about it. You will now, because this is serving as a convergence from the beginning. You will now wait. You can say it. Sometimes I used to say this. The example I'm going to give you now, I sold it down to wave 2, to this wave 2 of the leading diagonal. Which one thing that you will now see here is, I know Mr. Taiwo knows the EleoTriv very well, but from the perspective I'm explaining it now, I don't think he has been able to merge it up like this. Okay, now when it comes to the territory of wave 2 of the leading diagonal, you are seeing, what are you seeing there in the first place? You are seeing an FTR and FTV. You are also seeing something like at demand level there. The three things that makes this thing to work, I just mentioned two things now, two conferences that you are seeing there. You are seeing FTV, FTR, that is one. You are seeing demand level there, that is two. We are also seeing a fake out zone, because price has created a fake out zone here before. Somewhere around here, let me show you what price must have done here. Maybe something that price has done something like this here before. Okay, around this place. Then come here, give us a leading diagonal that I want to start a trend, meaning that look at all this load that has broken. This leading diagonal tells us that yes, the bulls are ready to come in. It has filtered all the jargons and all the necessary things that pure price action did not tell us. And then here we see, but I have explained it in pure price action way. Let me now give you what is going to be in EleoTriv. I know some of you must have heard of Fibonacci treatment level, but you are not aware of Fibonacci extension. Like I said, it's advanced. So what you are going to use is now extension, meaning you're going to take it from the beginning of that leading diagonal to the end of the leading diagonal. You can see what I'm doing. Then bring it back down to that retracement, that correction. Okay? And then this is your first target, 161% Fibonacci treatment level. If you calculate this should give you nothing less than, if I'm not mistaken, should give you, look at this now. In this case now, this is about 1,000 pips. It's going to give you a lot of pips. You can see. So this is going to be your target. Okay? So let me repeat what I just said now. Extension, you bring it from the starting point of that movement to the end of it, and then drag it down to the correction. Now let me now give you another juicy things about this correction. This correction, what you are going to see in this correction is ABC. You are going to see ABC, something like this. You see A, B, C here. What makes EleoTriv to work is because we are looking at inner structure of it. It tells us inner structure of it. You can see this is A, B, C, and then you are good to go. Here you get into your trade. If you see any sweep of liquidity like the ICT guys will see it here, you see rejection of candlestick, you get in here and you go. This is leading diagonal on a bullish trend. Leading diagonal. Leading diagonal is different from any diagonal. It's different from any diagonal. And then a new trend begins. And then if you are trading EleoTriv, you can begin to count your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 5 on this beginning of trend. Do you understand what I just explained now? Do you understand what I just explained now? I just gave you an example of, most of the time we only have 3. You now, Mr. Tayo.
I let something just not.
What did you learn again?
Don't worry, I'll tell you I learned something just now.
Someone called me yesterday from our mentor. Let me put that way. I said the beginning of New Year again. No, maybe anybody don't call me. I don't want anybody to come and call me from the beginning of. Mrs. Victoria, you're laughing. Okay, so that's just by the way. It's only Mrs. Victoria and Mr. Taiwo that understand what I'm saying, by the way. Okay, go to me to can understand. So so let's go back to work now. So this is the leading diagonal. Okay, it's practical. You have to practicalize this. Okay, when I see all of these things, look at you. This boy will spoil the recording for me. Sorry. So this is the leading diagonal. It begins a new trend, but you are not just going to expect it. I've explained that you are going to have a retracement. When we see this, what some people are doing is already that is, look at what ICT guys will be doing. They will say, hey, it has broken structure here. Look at what they used to do. Let me teach you what they used to do. It has broken structure. This is boss, or what did they call them? Break of structure. They will say it has broken structure. It has sweep liquidity. Sorry, please. It has sweep liquidity here. It has take down the low. It's now going to give us high. You don't need to disturb yourself for all these things. All those low and all of those things will still later be broken, and then the beginning of the trend will start. This force of leading diagonal is to create force, because what moves the forex market is forces of buyers and sellers. So this leading diagonal breaks the forces of the sellers completely to prepare us a new movement entirely. And sometimes when you analyze the market, these are the hidden things that I have seen, and tell you that the analysis you want to enter is going to, you are going to shop stop loss from it. Like what I told Mr. Adura this week, was it this week or last week, on Euro, was it Euro USD? And what happened to that Euro USD? If you have entered for that sell, you will have seen that, you will have missed that, you will have hit stop loss on that trade. Am I correct? That is it. You have to understand. No be me. Okay, it's not Mr. Adura. It was someone. I thought you were the one. Or maybe not Euro USD, but I was thinking you were the one, but it's okay. But someone in the group did an analysis like that. It was someone. Yeah, okay. So then ABC, you entered. Let me give you an example. Oh, it was AUD USD. Yeah, I know it was USD. Let me give you an example. I did send analysis on the group today. What was the analysis I sent on the group? Was it? I can't remember. Oh, let me quickly glance through and see if we can see it. Euro what? No, Euro UD don't move now. Euro UD don't move already. Yeah, this is it. This is it. You can see this is a clear example of what? Leading diagonal. Leading diagonal. You can see wave 1 as ABC, wave 2 as ABC, wave 3 as ABC, wave 4 as ABC. No, this one does not come to territory of wave 1. Okay? This one does not come to territory of wave 1. Right? Then this also have ABC. Are you following me? And then what do we have here? Our correction came in A, B, C. And on that C is where I want to get in, which I'm targeting this place. Okay? But it dipped down more. If I use Fibonacci retracement level, it came back to around 90%, which is still okay. All this territory that I've been set is still okay. This was where I'm supposed to get in for a trade. Okay, this is the best entry. Now we are already running. If our first entry, we had this first entry targeting this what's it called, this low. This is the low that we need to target. This is the demand zone. This is the FTR and FTV that we need to target. This is the three things I've told you. This is where you need to target. You get in here, you are already moving in massive profit already. Look at this. That's already moved. This is 150 pips already, coupled with additional with the one I'm looking for again. I'm looking for from here again. We have another what? 160 pips. That's about 400 pips all together that you'll have made from this what? Movement. Okay? I believe you are following me here. That is how to go analyze the market. It works. This one no be say, no be cho like some people will say. No be cho. So I just gave you a chart example of it. Though sometimes when after analyzing, I remove it, I hide it before sending the chart to you. I can hide all these things, okay, before sending the chart to you. So that because I just want to be different. I want my mentor's analysis to be different from mine somehow. That's why sometimes I hide it. Okay, so I don't want people to know that I trade EleoTriv like that sometimes also, but most of the time I do trade EleoTriv. Okay, so this is the advanced techniques of leading diagonal. Everybody on this live, do you understand leading diagonal now? Do you understand leading diagonal? There's one thing I have not talked about. I've not talked about where to spot it. Okay, you understand it now. Where do you spot leading diagonal? You don't just say, oh, this is now a support, you now spot leading diagonal. No. The first way to spot is that you go to higher time frame and understand that level. Look at this. This is all-time low of this spear. Now, I'm not saying that price is going to now buy up like that. No. Okay? But at least when I pick it to the next high, which is around this level, I am okay. Price can now start selling again. That's it. How we go about it. You can see. And like I said earlier, that your leading diagonal is going to stop where? At the previous low. You can see this. So after a leading diagonal, that is the last cell you want to sell for on that pair. You can sell down here if you want to, because this already on this trend now, if you trade purely chart pattern on this trend now, what we are going to call this leading diagonal is, who can tell me? Mr. Taiwo, you should be able to tell me this. Mr. Taiwo, who else? Rotimi too should.
But I didn't get the question.
On this bearish trend, this lead diagonal now is serving as what?
This diagonal is finding
In chart pattern, normal chart pattern.
together. I'm trying to do that.
No, a pull of a flag, people. It's Nigerian flag. It's not pull of a flag, it's Nigerian flag. So it is let me just say, don't let me disturb you. These things you have to understand it and you have to work on yourself to get it. Okay, if you want me to hold you by hand and you pay me big money, okay, that's just by the way. So on this bearish trend, you can see that this market has not actually stopped this bearish trend. So this leading diagonal that you are seeing here is actually a rising wedge. Is a rising wedge. This wave A is the breakout of the rising wedge. Wave B is the confirmation for you to start selling here. So you can still sell, because if you still apply your trend line, you are still going to sell here. Look at this. If you apply your trend line, you are going to sell here. You can see my entry here is based on breakout of trend line and also some advanced little things that I've seen that made me get in. You can see. So it's still on a bearish trend. So like I said, this I'm explaining is advanced. And that's why I said it earlier, that if you are not ready to, you see that your head cannot carry it, you can leave us here. And those people that want to really get it, that's why I'm recording. You can go back to the video, listen to the video, watch the video over and over again for you to understand. So I've been able to explain leading diagonal, and I gave you an example of the diagonal. So what did I use for it when I was explaining? Okay, this is it. So this is leading diagonal and ending diagonal. Let me use the same explanation to explain ending diagonal. Where are we going to see ending diagonal? Now we can spot that the beginning of a trend has started. Okay, a trend has already begun here. And let's say this is our final resistance that we are expecting price to get to. Okay, now let's say price around here. Towards the end of this trend is where we can likely spot an ending diagonal. An ending diagonal can also be what? 333 or 53553. But in my own personal views, I have seen that most of the time they are always 3333. 3333. Most of the time they are always 33. So let's look at ending diagonal from here. So what is it going to look like also? We are going to have A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, let me do that again. Let me do that again. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, so this is it. So I'm only going to give it 333. So this A, B, C, that is 1. A, B, C 2. This is going to be like something like this. A, B, C 2, A, B, C 3, A, B, C 4, A, B, C 5. Then what are we going to do? We know we connect all the 1, 3, and 5 together. Okay, we connect this together, and then we also connect this together. I'm just trying to adjust it so that you'll be able to see it very well. Okay, so then this gives us what? Any diagonal. You can see that it looks alike. It looks alike. Okay, what you call it on normal chart pattern is wedges. So this is a rising wedge. Then when you see this, it tells you that the end of the trend, let me label it, let me mark it for you. So this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so within it you can now start counting A, B, C, A, B, C. I've shown you before how to count it. This is A, B, C. Then we can have A, B, C, A, B, C. I don't want to cloud it now. There are some information that you need to know, but because I'm not training EleoTriv fully, or I'm not teaching you EleoTriv class fully, then that might be a little bit, I might not really say it, but I will say it for the sake of saying. So here we have A, B, C with 1. Let me adjust so you're able to see it. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. You can count this 5. It means that the end. That is why sometimes you see me that after the sweep of liquidity here, you see me, I now come loss size because I can see that price is going to reverse. From there, and I used to tell you this, after every wedges, this is any diagonal here at the end of a bullish trend. Okay? It can be vice versa. This can be vice versa. At the end of a bullish trend, you see it. Now, let me quickly now say something that differentiates these two together. Then you now say that, but why can't this one be a leading diagonal too? No. You can see that a trend has not started. That's why we call it leading diagonal. It's leading the trend. And here we can see buyers already coming in. And this is what? The end of the trend. Now, one thing about leading diagonal on a bullish trend like this is that you will see the leading diagonal on wave 1. There's another thing we call wave 1 here. The whole of this leading diagonal is wave 1. This is wave 2. This is wave 3. There will be a wave 4. And then the any diagonal will be on wave 5. So every leading diagonal is going to be on wave 1. Someone is talking within himself. How did Mr. James know all this thing? How this man put all this thing for head? I know that's how someone is looking at. All these things are you able to put it. If one guy wire person here where you don't know, say you go learn. I learned all this when I was in the university. So let's go on. So look at it now. You can see that I changed this color of what I'm using to identify this new one, because all this one that you are seeing, that this is just inner movement. So when you open your chart, you're just seeing trend. That is what trend is telling us. The normal higher highs and higher low, higher highs and higher low, higher highs and higher low. But we as EleoTriv traders, we look at inside of them and be able to see, okay, as this one complete. After seeing this leading diagonal, I know that wave 1 has what? Finish. Okay, this leading diagonal is a wave inside a wave. Is wave 1 or completely of the bigger move. So then we now have A, B, C, which give me wave 2. And then this wave 3 that you are seeing here is always the longest of wave. And that is what we want to trade, because it's the longest wave. Then after this wave 1, wave 3, wave 4 is expected to come in. Normally we're supposed to have seen wave 4 before we now see this ending diagonal. Now, ending diagonal is always at wave 5 of the trend. Wave 5, which is the end of the wave. And then we'll now begin to see another larger retracement. So for a beginning now, I've been able to explain ending leading diagonal and ending diagonal. I've been able to explain leading diagonal and ending diagonal. This is on the bullish side. Let me quickly give you on a bearish side. I just switch it downward now, and this is how it's going to look like on a bearish side. Now, when it's on a bearish, it's going to start from a resistance, and you see now that normally your leading diagonal was facing up, but now it's now facing what? Down. Which before, let me switch it back. Before, it was giving you something like what? It's giving you what we call rising wedge. But when it is on a bearish, it will give you rising wedge, and is it falling wedge? I can't remember the name again. Falling wedge. I think it's falling wedge now. The rules apply. Same rule appears. Either bullish or bearish. Same rules appears. You can apply. You can still see the 3-3 in it. You can still see the subwave of 3-3. You can still count on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the leading diagonal, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the leading diagonal. And what are you expecting after an ending diagonal? You are expecting a what? A buy like this, at least back to this zone, okay, which is going to give you, what are you going to count here again? You should be able to count another A, B, C, falling wedge, yes, falling wedge, another A, B, C, and you can see this is how we know that a movement is about to end, another one is coming in. That's why we call it what? Advance. And same thing applies to, let's go to this. You can see after this any diagonal, it has end. The bulls are going to come in. The bears are going to come in rather, and we see the bears coming in here. And then this is any diagonal. So I've been able to explain leading diagonal and ending diagonal. I've been able to explain leading diagonal and ending diagonal. So that is the first one, advanced patterns I want to explain. So when it comes to the bullish, okay, it's going to be rising wedge, and when it comes to the bearish, it's going to be what? Falling wedge. Okay, so that is leading diagonal and then diagonal. Prince Will, you can go ahead and ask your question. I want to move to the next thing now.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I will be saying.
I can hear you loud and clear.
I said inside the falling wedge. Sorry. Is it I will be saying something like
You'll be saying something like what?
Head and shoulder chart.
That is why I said that those chart patterns in its real sense might not be really something that you want to rely on. Okay, you will see head and shoulder pattern. You even see frog pattern. You will see antelope pattern. Any patterns can be spotted, but most of the time when we even trade those patterns, we are not sure of when they are about to end. But when we count like this, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in it. Certainly, I know that that pattern has ended. Do you understand? Though on another pattern is another thing under EleoTriv. Most of the time when you say another pattern, it's always something like I want to remember this is truncated what's it called? Truncated waves. That's what they call it. Truncated wave. That's when you say another pattern. But let me now explain what head and shoulder pattern means in this sense. Let's assume that we see head and shoulder pattern here, or inverse head and shoulder pattern here, right? When you see it, what you are thinking is that they say that at the breakout, maybe this is the breakout of the neckline, this is the retest, you are able to buy this upward. What you are thinking is that price is still going to go up. All of a sudden, you see this massive move downward. You don't understand what has happened. What happened? You are surprised. But EleoTriv has helped you to be able to know that yes, that is just a beginning of the trend, that the ladder move is about to come. Do you understand that now, Prince Will? So within all these what's it called? Within all these inside wave, patterns can see. Let me show you something. I don't want to show you guys before, but let me show you something. Look at how I did trade this Euro USD. No, it is GBP USD, not Euro USD. Let me show you something. Now, all of this movement you are seeing is a pattern on its own. All of this movement that you are seeing here is a pattern on its own. Someone else has seen head and shoulder pattern here. He don't lose money. He has seen something else. Don't lose money. You can see I've seen quite a number of things within it. But all this movement here, they are actually correction. Okay? And what he's doing actually here is just A, B, C. Under this C, I can count 5 wave pattern in it. I can count 1. Okay? I can count 1, 2. This is 3, 4. And I can see 5. So the trend I trend within that pattern, you can see that within that pattern, there's a full trend within that pattern I just show you now. So within this pattern, what I'm trading here now, what I analyze here, I did not send to the group, and I forgot it. I think this was when my wife was on hospital or something like that. So I also missed this entry. But I've analyzed it. I did not send to the group. And later on, price has already moved, so I just left it. Now look at this. It was just wave 5 of a correction that I'm trading. Look at this of wave C, ordinary wave C, the wave 5 of wave C that I'm trading. So EleoTriv helps us to be able to see waves inside waves and see all of everything. Here now, I'm expecting that there's possibility that price is not going to now start selling. This was what I saw, and I told someone, I think someone to did this GBP USD or Euro USD, I can't remember. I told the person that don't sell this. The same thing that happens on BTC, what's it called? BTC USD that Pelumi was surprised that he saw this movement. He was surprised of seeing this movement. Okay, but I am not surprised of seeing that movement because what is here is a clear word. I'm coming, please. Is a clear word leading diagonal. Look at it. Let me show you. It's a clear word leading diagonal. Eh? I don't want to force it though. Okay, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in my 1, I can see 1, 2, 3 there. If I move to lower time frame, I will see 1, 2, 3 there. I can see in my 2, I will see 3 there. In my 3, I will see 3 there. In my 4, I will see 3 there. And this. And this is now the what? A, B, C, like I said earlier. That is going to come back to this. That was where I now look for entry. Do you understand this now? That was where I look for entry, and because of this entry now, I'm still expecting another massive move to happen to get to this place before coming down. Do you understand this now? It is more than the way I'm explaining it to. Okay, so maybe what I'm going to do, I will speak with my team members. But is now cleared now. Maybe we will do a separate class on Elliott Wave. This will be that you want to learn advanced, but I don't really like to talk about it. That's why I'm giving you this as free. Just study the way I'm explaining it now. You don't need to know the whole of Elliott Wave. I bet it with you don't need to know it. Only if you want to trade to my level, you want to trade to my level of being a professional trader to my level, then you can now come in for Elliott Wave classes. But for me, the way I've explained it and I'm bringing it all together is good for you to digest. Look at this pair now. Someone else has been kicked out of this trade. There was a guy that sent me a message that he was able to move this move with us, so he's now entering again. I think that second entry, he go hit his stop loss. The guy has come to my DM now, that has lost his stop loss. Hit his stop loss. But look at this. Price still came to sweep liquidity here. Me, I no panic. I no panic because I've been able to use EleoTriv to filter all the noises by using EleoTriv counting to get in. So that is it. You guys don't want me to talk about the other ones today. So we've been able to talk about diagonals already, the leading diagonals and any diagonals. We are good with that. Can I continue? Can I continue? Only one person is talking to me. Can I continue? Okay. So then after these diagonals, we have, thank you. We have what we call corrections. Diagonals are not correction, but there's chart patterns in diagonals. That's why I talk about it. Diagonals are trend on its own, movement on its own. This diagonal now, we might not be able to trade it because we don't trade it most of the time because it's the one letting us to know the beginning of trend. But you can trade your wave 3 and you can trade the leading diagonal. If you are good enough, you can trade any diagonal. But the leading diagonal, we might not be able to trade it. Having said that, let's go to the corrections now. Chart patterns most of the times are corrections, especially continuation patterns. They are corrections. All continuation patterns are corrections, and under these corrections we have 3 of them. Your corrections can be flat, your corrections can be zigzag, and your corrections can be triangles. But I will not talk about flat, I will not talk about zigzag. I will only talk about triangles. So if you are ready, I'm ready. Now, like I said, what is corrections? Correction means that a trend has been established. When you now spot it, most of times they are either convergence or divergence. They are either convergence or divergence, meaning that price is taking a little pause. Correction is correcting the movement, and that is what most traders call manipulation. There's nothing, there's no manipulation anywhere. Okay, it is your mentors that have lied to you that it is called manipulation, but in the real sense, there's no manipulation anywhere. There's no manipulation anywhere. So don't let us deceive ourselves. No manipulation anywhere. Wow, I wish I held this trade on this particular account too. I just check my entry now. This guy is just going up. Not giving us retracement. We are going up. Okay, this is a good example of a pattern also here. A correction. You can see how I've used EleoTriv to get into this. This is going to issue. If you know reach here, at least you should still reach here. But it go reach. If we reach here next year, but it go reach. This is how we pick a lot of pips in the market without panicking, and we are resting, trusting that yes, our analysis is going to go. So let me talk about the corrections now. So I've said corrections are what? They are they are just a temporary move or a temporary pause against the trend. That is what corrections are. That is what corrections are. That is what corrections are. Okay? Then under this correction, like I said, it can be flat, it can be running flat, blah 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 blah. It can be zigzag and triangles. But triangles is what I want to say talk about, because there is triangle also in pure price action. Under this triangle now, you can have them in 4 different ways. You can have them as, let me write, triangles. You can have triangles. You can see mathematicians that are here. You can see that we are having triangles. Triangles. I don't spell this triangle very well. Okay. So this triangle, we have a triangle here already. Right? They can come in 4 different ways. The first way is ascending triangles. Ascending triangles. Okay? I'm coming. Ascending triangles. And these ascending triangles will also come in 2 ways. Ascending triangles, right? Now it can also come in 2 ways. This is how you look at it. It is what? Going up. We have a movement like this. Sorry. We are going to have a flat here. Okay. And then something like this. Sorry. This is ascending triangle. Ascending. It is, oh, sorry. I don't dey sleep.
Let me catch you.
You can see, meaning that the top is, I'm coming, let me quickly use this book to show you this. If you actually want to learn EleoTriv, this book is a very book that is, I think myself, so I should be able to write a book on EleoTriv myself. Myself and my mentor wrote this book together. Okay, so you can see that me too have really worked on this trading. So for you to be able to write it to your mentor, maybe easy thing. You can see the diagonals here. I've talked about the diagonals already. So though this book makes it more explanation about it, you can see truncated here. This particular chart is my chart. I was done at this analysis. I'm coming. Let me go to triangles and just, there's something I don't want to at triangles. This is where I want you to focus on. Okay, this is where I want you to focus on. Now you can see that the ascending triangles, we have them in 2 ways. Okay, we have them as this ascending triangle. You can see the top is flat. Top is flat. Top is flat and bottom is rising. When it comes to ascending triangle, the top will be flat. I wish to sit together in the meeting, please. I'm not seeing the meeting again. Okay, good. Okay, so the top is flat. That's how to know ascending. The top is flat and the bottom is what? Rising. It can be either bullish or bearish. It can be either bullish or bearish. Then for descending, the bottom is flat and the what? The top is what? Descending. The top is descending. And for contracting, we have 4 of them, like I said. For contracting, let me present this if it's going to show better.
You can see the platform. The indices for it.
Yes. So I'm only explaining it this way so that you'll be able to get it. Okay. So let me zoom it so that you'll be able to see it much more better. Good. Okay. So contracting or symmetric contracting or symmetric. This one is having what? A top declining and a bottom rising. Top is declining, bottom is rising. You said what, boss? Yes, you can send a new link. Those of you that are on the general group, I should pity you to send the link to you. Are you enjoying it? Those of you that are on the general group, are you enjoying it? Or I should not send it to you? If you are here, if you not talk, I will not send it to you.
You're enjoying it, sir.
Okay, I'm Satan is part of them. I don't even like a part of them. I don't want not you to talk. The others said that are not part of the master class, but they also joined. If you not talk, I will not send it. Okay, Mr. Rotimi, you can go ahead and send a new link. Okay, so let me just finish this hub. We have expanding triangle. Expanding triangle is what? The top is rising and the bottom is declining. If you understand all this, you are good. But this is what makes EleoTriv to be interesting, not all what I just told you now. What makes EleoTriv to be interesting is the A, B, C, D that you are seeing there. And it can also be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 also, just like the one we have in the leading diagonal. Okay, and then diagonal. But on your E is where you get in to trade. Now, the disadvantage of other patterns is that some people, if you are seeing this, they are on C, they enter on C for a buy, then price not break this place. They wonder why price came back to their entry. Sometimes their break even clear them out. It's because you don't understand EleoTriv. EleoTriv is that answer that will give you your accurate entry. So we can leave this meeting now and then join the next one. Myself, I'm going to leave quickly because I don't want to stop. I don't want to join in the meeting. I don't want to join the videos together. I want to have one video. So you can leave the current meeting. Mr. Rotimi, please, you can also help me to drop it to the general group. I don't think he's here. Or Ice can help me to do that if Ice can hear me. So join the next group, join the next meeting, please. Oh, hold on, my God. Ife? Mr. Ice or Mr. Rotimi, please, you can help me drop the link on general meeting so that I will not deprive the other people this thing. Ife? Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. So let's give them just 1, 2, 3 minutes. Okay, so this chart is what you should work with. I might not really go in depth, but this is the chart you should work with when it comes to triangle. Remember what I said earlier, triangles are correction. Now, let me, I think I've used enough of this book. I know some of you out there, you are already smart yourself. Eh? Thank you so much. You have already so you can see this is what ascending. One characteristic of ascending is that you can see that it has these levels, triangle. It makes it look at a normal triangle shape, right? So, and good thing about ascending is that it can be ascending, bullish ascending and bearish ascending. Okay, so when the trend is coming from the upwards trend, this is what we are going to see. Many things has happened already. You are going to see this, okay, as A, B, C, D, and E. E. Now you want what? You want enter. Sometimes it might just be something like this. Okay. So this is where you want to what? Get in. For ascending, bullish ascending. Let me give you bearish ascending. Look alike the same thing. Nothing is different. Okay. Let me just show you how it's going to be. It's just the counting formula that will be different. Look at this. Then for bearish now, it's coming from the upper part. It's coming from top like this. And then you have this as A, B, C, D, E. And then what are you expecting? you are expecting price to continue downward, okay? And on this, you are expecting price to continue upward, okay? So this is still what? Ascending. You can see the look alike. It's just direction at which price is coming from before, okay? So at this E is where you look for confirmation of candlestick. So let me label it for you. You have A, B, C, D, E. At E, you get in for this ascending triangle, and then this is A, B, C, D, E. Sorry, this was supposed to be here. Okay, this is A, B, C, D, E. And then within this A, B, C, D, you should be able to count 3, 3, 3 there. From A, you count, sorry, it's supposed to be, let me do that again. From A, you should be able to count A, B, C. Don't let me label it. Let me just use this. You'll be able to count A, B, C, 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 and you are good to go. And this is what happened next. Okay? That's a good example of what? Triangle. And I love to trade this triangle with channel. Okay, I love to trade it with channel. And let me go and look for example of, I don't know, maybe it's ascending or descending, but I remember there was one coming. I think it's NZD USD. I've traded one channel this triangle this year. I want to look for it too. Okay, I don't see triangle here. I've traded one triangle this year now. I can't remember the pair. I can't remember the pair. Okay, so but we'll look for it when I see one. Or let me go for example on the book and show you some triangles. There are some triangles I've seen. You can see the ABC I've talked about earlier. There's no need for complicated paparazzis here. Let me just go down and see examples, some examples. Now, this is a good example of, I will show you another one I just spotted recently. This is a good, this one is a descending triangle on a bearish, okay, a descending triangle on a bearish. You can see this, and then we can see the A, B, C, C, D, E, and the E is where you're supposed to get in, and then price continue downward. You can see the analysis, you can see the before of it. I remember I saw one to today. Let me go to the one I saw today. Though I don't send analysis generally to everybody, I only sent it to, this is a descending triangle. Here, I spot a descending triangle here. Also on the same gold, okay? And most of the time you see it on wave 4, okay? Wave 4 of your trend, which is going to give birth to the last wave, which is wave 5. So I'm coming A, B, C, D. No, sorry, I've made a mistake. There's still possibly a price is going to come back here. Look at it. I'm coming. So this is it. A, B, C, D, E. You can see now, if you don't understand Elliott Wave, you are in here already, and all of a sudden, or you are expecting a breakout, and all of a sudden price came down. Okay, you don't need to do that. I want to make sure that I get this correctly. So we might be seeing this as a what? This is not flat. Okay, this one is not flat. Then what are we seeing that as? We are seeing that contracting triangle. This is a contract triangle. You can see that both of them are coming together. So it's more of contracting triangle. But we have been able to count our ABC, which is the most important thing. Okay, and then we can see ABC 1 2 3. I can see the 1 2 3 within it also. So if price come back to this place, I will look for a buy around here. You can see I will look for a buy, and then we are good to go here. But this today is going to close bullish. That's the idea of this. That today is the confirmation of the bulls, but it will still come back to retest that low. And that's what triangles always do. You will see multiple retesting of the low. And you see what price want to actually do. Price is coming here. I remember I did this analysis here for us to buy up to this place, to this current level. So many people now, that is the disadvantage of day trading now. This is the advantage of day trading. All what they are trading is just a triangle. Noise upon noise. I know some people I have seen some people on TikTok today. I call a signal. It's a buy. And then they are going to see themselves in buy. It will come down again. They did not really understand the market. The team is just like, is laughing to what I'm saying. And that's how they used to say it now. I call the signal. It's a buy. Especially those South African guys. It's a buy. Full margin. And then full margin will send it back to their village. Okay? So that is it. You can say, just give you an example here. All these things are learnable. Watch the video over and over again for you to be able to understand it. And like I said, I love to trade it with channel. Most of the time, I love to trade this with channel. How would I trade this with channel? This is it. I'm going to trade this with channel like this. I'm still expecting something like this. You can see. I want to confirm these two touches here. I love to trade triangles most of the time with channel. And this E might not really come to this place. It might stop here and then start going. As far as you can see 1 2 3 to the downward side, you are good to go. Okay. So, but most of the time you can wait for a breakout and retest of it. Okay, it's not bad too. Breakout and retest of it is also good. But of course, we are already sure that price is going to go to the upper side with it. Okay, so you can see this is the channel of it. Gives me the last wave of that movement, and then I'm good to go. This is the analysis. Is it clear? Is it clear now? Do you understand what I've just explained here on triangles? Okay, so I've talked about the triangles and I gave you examples of the how many triangles that we have. 4 triangles. If I explain these triangles to you from pure price action, I feel that you don't really understand it because pure price action did not really explain it better. But that's why I said to put at the end of the training itself for you to learn the advanced way. At least with that, you know that two income. Now bye them be. I know some people that also have maybe they're doing this. I think this first time I'm seeing this person. Mamos. Are you Mamos, can you unmute yourself, please? I believe I don't know, sorry if I did not pronounce that name very well.